Hey, this is Red Band coming to you live from the world-famous Comedy Store main room for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Hi, everybody. Hello, welcome. Make some fucking noise. You, flower shirt, make noise with your hands. There you go, like a fucking grown-up. Comedians, how are you? Welcome to Kill Tony. You're at the #1 live podcast in the world, ladies and gentlemen. You guys ready for a crazy fucking night or what?
Fuck yeah.
This is my last show here before I go on the biggest tour of my life, everybody. With Jeremiah Watkins featuring for me. This Wednesday, I go to St. Louis, and then Madison, Wisconsin, Ferndale, Michigan, Minneapolis, Nashville, Huntsville, Louisville, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Columbia, Decatur, which is Atlanta, Charlotte, Asbury Park, Oakmont, PA, which is really Pittsburgh, Baltimore, New York City, the night of the Mayweather-McGregor fight. I get the Gramercy Theater to fill up the Gramercy. 2,000 seats in New York City. Have fun with that, Tony. We'll get behind you. We'll promote it. Cambridge, Massachusetts, San Francisco, Portland, Los Angeles, Tacoma, Denver, and then I do a bunch of other fun stuff. But that's all part of the Monster Energy Outbreak Tour, which I'm doing for the next month and a half. I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome.
Now I had to say the cities specifically, which I wish I'd been doing this entire time, because it helps really promote the show. A lot of people aren't on Twitter and Instagram, and sometimes they just listen to the podcast.
When I went to Alaska, no one used Twitter at all.
Yeah,
no one.
Exactly. And I'm like, how did you find out about this show? Right. They're like, I just listened to Kill Tony.
Ham radio.
So for those of you that didn't want to look at the website and you've heard me talking about this Monster Energy drink tour, now you know exactly where I'm going, which is going to be very close to you. You know what happened this week, which was fucking awesome? The Verzi triplets this past week were on The Gong Show with Mike Myers on, I believe it's ABC.
That's fucking crazy. It's not Mike Myers, by the way.
What was that?
That's the whole thing. It's not supposed to be Mike Myers. Have you seen it
yet?
Well,
yeah. But he's in he's in disguise. He's like halfway to Fat Bastard or something like that. Weird. But also there was America's Got Talent.
Yeah, Preacher Lawson killing it on that.
My point is this show is by far on the forefront of finding always the new and sometimes most compelling characters in the comedy business, and I don't think we really talk about that enough. And I just want to say that I'm proud of those guys and I'm very excited about it. And if you're looking for talent and if you're hiring, do you know where to post your job to find the best candidates? With ZipRecruiter, you can post your job to 100+ job sites with just one click. Then, their powerful technology efficiently matches the right people to your job, better than anyone else.
And ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike the other job sites, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on the candidates finding you. It finds them. In fact, over 80% of the jobs posted on ZipRecruiter get qualified candidates in just 24 hours.
No juggling emails or calls to your office. Simply screen, rate, and manage candidates, all in one place with ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use dashboard.
Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results.
And right now, the listeners of this show can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free.
What?
That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/KillTony. That's ZipRecruiter.com/KillTony. One more time to try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/KillTony. Are you guys ready to start the show?
Oh! Ryan J. Ebelt's here.
Ryan J. Ebelt is here drawing tonight's episode. Check out that Kill Tony poster right there. He drew that. He draws a fresh print of every single show, all of those pieces of amazing art. And I'm telling you, he's been on fire lately. If you've ever enjoyed a drawing of anything, he's the fucking man. RyanJEbelt.com for everything. Josh Martin is here running around. You know him, that wacky character. Tonight is the first ever time. There's a lot of people watching this fucking little tube right here.
Yeah.
We are the first ever podcast to go in VR 360.
That's right.
And you are here for that. Virtual reality. Some people are looking at you right now for some reason.
Alexa. Never mind.
Anyway, I'm excited about tonight's show. I'm really pumped. Every single week I have two of my funniest comedian friends in the world on this show. This week, as usual, no different. Put your hands together for the great Jack Knight and Benji Aflalo. Jack Knight, in September, his brand new show, Big Mouth, will be streaming on Netflix. In January on Freeform, Benji's brand new show that he created and stars in, Alone Together, comes out. You're looking at, literally, I say this about myself a lot, but you are literally looking at two of the top young rising comedians in the world right now. Three of them, and Brian Redband. Jack Knight and Benji Aflalo are here. What's up, dudes? Welcome. Jack, this is your first time on the show.
Yeah, this is I've been watching and hearing about the show since I started comedy, and I used to be really scared because Tony used to like come in the patio, and he'd be like, "Yo, come do my show. If you suck, I'ma tell you." And I was like, "I suck, so I'm not gonna go."
You didn't. I've never seen you.
Never came here, and now I'm here judging.
This is your first time as a guest,
yeah,
and your first time as an audience member.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show.
I'm excited.
Benji, one of the most ruthless minds I know, one of the great creators. I'm telling you right now, you're looking at the next Larry David. It's fucking Benji. He's we wrote The Burn together on Comedy Central. He segued that straight into a full-time Comedy Central roast writer's position, which is a very hard job to get. And then you helped out Andy Samberg, and now he's the EP of your brand new show. You wrote for Andy Samberg, I remember, during the roast of Justin Bieber.
Everybody helps out.
Oh, Mr. Humble. That's going to play well on this show. All right. Well, should we hit the gasoline and meet my favorite part of this show, the Kill Tony Band? How many of you guys in the audience have ever heard of this show before or seen it before at all? By making noise, not by raising your fucking hands. All right. I'll allow it. I hope you guys get a little bit more energy as it goes, because this band is not going to deal with your quiet bullshit. You guys better get some tequila in you right now. You guys have drinks? No? Well.
Tony, I'm wearing the new Kill Tony shirt right now.
Oh, there's a new Kill Tony shirt! Look at that! Just when we couldn't plug anything fucking else in the world, we have a brand new, we finally, after 4 years of being a show, came out with a t-shirt this week. Finally started getting delivered. I love it. I love mine. Anyway. Let's do this shit. Every single week they commit to a brand new set of characters. It's one of the greatest things happening in all of the improvisational world. Put your hands together for the Kill Tony Band. It's Pat Reagan, Jeremiah Watkins, and Joel Jimenez. You gotta make more noise than that, people. I'm fucking warning you. Your drinks are coming, I promise.
Oh, Back to the Future. Oh, shit.
Wow.
It's that Rick and Morty guy.
We are going back to the future today. This is incredible. Okay, there they are. Jeremiah Watkins, Pat Reagan, and Joel Jimenez. Guys, come on, you can keep clapping. I know. I know.
Great Scott, Tony.
Wow, Doc.
That's great.
Doc, fully committed. Where are you coming from? Where'd you come from here today?
The future.
Who's the guy next to you?
Oh, hi. Hi. I'm Crispin Glover. Oh, hi, Biff. Hey, Biff. Hey, did I ever tell you about the time I met Mrs. McFly?
Oh, that's Biff. All right. And that's Michael J. Chupacabra or something like that.
Martine McFly.
Martine.
Joelberg. So you guys know how the show works. All the pieces are in place. I have Ichabod's demonic bucket of destiny right here. We have over a ton of comedians' names. Guys, there's comedians over there. There's 12 empty seats over here. If you guys want to move over here, it would be more efficient for the show. I'm going to pull names out of the bucket, and then they're going to walk on stage, and that's how the show works. They do 60 seconds of stage time. Comedians know their 60 seconds is up when they hear the sound of a kitty. That means wrap it up then, or else they're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. And you don't want that to happen. You guys ready to start the show?
I am.
Ladies and audience, are you guys ready to start the show?
I'm excited.
60 seconds, uninterrupted, goes to Cal Hamilton.
What's up, Comedy Store? Yeah. I'm having a good time out here. I'm having a good time. I just became a father, so I'm chilling. Thank you. The little nigga turned 10 next month, right? I'm a second half daddy right now, you know? Like, he came into my life at the same time, you know? We're bonding, you know? I love my son. I love my son. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, whoop. Yeah, okay. Every time I fly, I think it's as black people, we just like get scared of flying when we on a fucking plane, we can't do shit about it. Like I started thinking about the dumb shit about aircrafts, you know what I mean? Like you gotta do all to get naked to get on a plane, you know? But I started thinking about the little rules, like a seatbelt. Can anybody tell me what the fuck a seatbelt's on an airplane for? No? I don't know either. Like, have you ever watched CNN and saw a plane crash and somebody walk out and be like, yo, this fucking seatbelt, my dog? This shit worked. That shit don't happen. Yeah, that shit, this don't happen. Was that it? Oh,
There he is, Cal Hamilton. Coming in. Wait, where are you going, Cal? Get back behind that microphone. You're not getting off that easy.
I never did the show, Tony. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Tony.
You're welcome. You got pulled out of a bucket. It's not like I picked it.
Well, that's true.
It's one of the only shows where I really have no control over who comes up here.
You're right. You're right.
How many times have you been on an airplane?
Quite a few, you know. I'm still...
Ballpark?
About 50, 60.
50, 60 times. None of those times you really don't know why there's a seatbelt? Because it went a little quiet here at that part because everybody knows why there's a seatbelt on.
Yeah, but you never saw nobody walk out from like at 20,000 feet if something happened. But we just dead, you know. It's not.
That's not necessarily true.
The seatbelt to identify you.
I think there's things that can happen in which the seatbelt can help you that isn't just immediately dying.
Turbulence.
Yeah.
50,
60 times you've never felt a little shake?
Yeah.
Where are you flying to? San Diego?
In San Francisco. 2 hours.
You sound like open mic riding a plane.
I love your style.
Thank you, man.
Do you ever just use the TV tray as like some type of like
that's like a
banister to
headrest.
hold you in like a roller coaster?
No,
or
that's
something
like my
that?
sleeping headrest, like school. You know, you pow pow. You
Right.
know, that's it.
You ever seen Back to the Future?
Yeah, I seen it.
He saw the BET version, Black to the Future.
That's so true.
It's about a guy that goes back in time in an El Camino.
A Chevy Caprice would be better.
Cal, how long you done stand-up?
8 years. Started in Cincinnati, Ohio. Been out in L.A. 2 years.
You know what that sound means. Oh, it's the Ohio State Marching Band. The best damn band in the land is their nickname, but I saved that for
There it is.
Phil Tony Band. So Cincinnati, how long did you do it in Cincy?
6 years.
It's a horrible place, right?
Horrible. No, it's my hometown, so you know.
Yeah,
You're
no.
from Ohio. Though,
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
I know, and I agree that it's a horrible place, which makes for a strong personality.
That's it.
What'd you do in Cincinnati for work?
So little nickel bags here and there. You know, this
Nickel bags?
little nickel bags.
All right. What do you do for work now?
Still sell a little nickel bag.
Nobody laughs harder at you than you do, Cal.
you know.
Who buys a nickel bag? It's 2017. They don't even have.
My nickel bag customers.
Wow.
How many nickel bags do you sell on average per day?
About 3, so $15. I'm moving up. It started at 1.
Really? Are you being
Started
serious?
at 1.
Are you making jokes, or are you being serious? Is that how you make your living? Selling pot at $5 a pop?
Wow.
No, I don't know, Cal. I've never really had a serious
That's
conversation
the black
with
people
you
who were
before.
like, we'll talk later.
Jack, is this true?
Not at all.
How many nickel bags did you sell today, Jack?
15 before I came on stage.
Yeah, Jack.
Cal, I wish you were the laugh track at all of these shows.
Man.
You have quite the cackle.
I wish he
Cow,
talked more
man.
about his kids.
You have kids?
I got a son, man.
He said in the beginning of his set.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I got a son. He just turned 13 July 5th. So, woo,
Wow.
He's
Cal,
surviving.
Cal, do you ever sell any pumpernickel bags?
What'd you say?
You ever sell any pumpernickel bags? Find them at Whole Foods.
I can get my hands on that. Yeah.
That's the word of the day, pumpernickel, everybody.
Pumpernickels.
Look for it to make a
Pumpernickels.
return at some point later on in the show.
I like pumpernickel.
Do you know where your father's at? We must find your father.
Yeah, I do, you know. Yeah, I know where he's at, you know. He's on TNT. He said Charles Barkley's my father.
Your son live with you? That's funny. I wish I would have thought of that. Does your son live with you?
No, he lives in Cincinnati, so I fly back and forth. So
You fly back and forth a lot without a seatbelt on, like a great father does.
Yeah, thug life, baby, you know.
You thought he could support a son with 3 nickel bags a day?
Rearage.
Benji, what are your thoughts about Cal? What do you think when you see a specimen like this, Benji?
Well, you brought up some information you didn't explore, because at first you were like, it's tough being black and flying on planes, and I'm like, all right, where's he going with this? And then you didn't bring up race again. It was just something you said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like if the seatbelt only held you back if you were white.
That's what I was thinking, you know. I learned something new.
It was?
I was waiting for that to...
I didn't know the time, you know. It was, you know, I understand. I like that.
Yeah.
Is there a finish to it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I'm not black. I don't know what it's like to be black on an airplane. And if it's different, like, I'd like to know.
It's a little different.
Right.
Jack, thoughts about this? You're a black guy. You were just in Montreal.
It can't be different. Is it different?
Is it different?
It can't be.
I'm going to say it's different because there's a lot of white faces looking at me.
There we go.
But it's not different. But for now, yeah, it's different.
There we go, Jack.
Yeah, it's different.
There we go, Jack.
I feel like in the sky
We
we're
get
all the
3/5
same.
of a seat.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. I love it like you're trying to... Okay. All right. Well, Cal, I mean, it was nice to meet you.
Hey, you too,
you've been
Tony,
doing
man.
stand-up how long now?
8 years now.
8
so
years.
Yeah, you know.
Have you thought about
What?
you thought about TSA pre-check at all?
Pre-check?
Yeah.
Don't that cost extra?
It's like so worth it, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
How often do you fly back?
You obviously don't visit your son a lot. If he's like, nah, it's not that big.
You know.
I go like every other year. I don't even.
Every other. Second half day.
What's your favorite airline?
Frontier.
Spirit.
I get like 2 for $40 or something. You know?
Frontier?
No, Frontier's Delta used to be American. I like American. I wish I was on United. I want to be the like guy get drugged out. You know what I mean?
No.
Like I don't know. Like I want to be that guy. I want to be in that situation where it's like you get $60 million and I walk in here with a $60 million chain. Like I made it. Like you know. That's what a $60 million chain is. You know?
Hashtag squad goals.
You know, we've all flown United. That's not how United works.
Oh well.
I don't believe you've flown on a plane. I just don't
What
believe
the hell,
it.
Jack?
I just really don't. And I'm trying to be on his side on some nigga shit. I'm like, yeah, he flew a bunch of planes and whatever. But he just like, sometimes on planes you get Pop-Tarts. It's like, they don't. That's not what happens.
Damn.
So I'm going to ride with you.
That's not what happened. I was getting
Must be
mistreated
nice
there,
flying
Jack.
United, riding all those horses in the plane. I love that equestrian United life.
You ever been on the aquarium on a plane? Like, what are you saying?
He thinks United is lavish.
Cal, go figure it out. Go figure out what makes
There it
flying
is.
black different. If that's
They-
what you, if
there
that's
it
the
is.
They
joke
make
you
you
want to make.
they
What
make
was-
you sit in the back of the plane.
Oh, Joelberg. Joel, he's a Mexican. He can make those jokes, I think.
There it is.
There he goes, Cal Hamilton, everybody.
Yeah,
You
thank
met
y'all.
him here on Kill Tony. He's on Twitter at K Hamilton. K Hamilton. AL? What is that? K Hamilton _1. Wow. His screen name is also his password, everybody. Unbelievable. Make it a little more confusing. Uh-oh. Joelberg, you ready for this? With an accent mark over the I. Put your hands together for Michael Pena.
The actor?
Oh, we got a runner. Oh, my God.
Hello, everybody. I didn't expect to get called, but I did. So, I have a joke here for you, and I want to play a game called Boom Mind Blowing. Basically, it goes like this. The technology we hold in our hand, that which was to make us smarter, has made us dumber. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. The lesbian who has the dildo in her hand truly has it bigger than God ever meant it to be. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. I'm almost out of time, but it's still mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. The doctor who said who was not. Mind-blowing.
That definitely blew all right.
Yeah.
Michael Pena. Wow.
Sorry.
I thought for sure maybe a magic trick was coming, or some type
I
of
forgot all my jokes. They're right here.
overall
Anyway.
lesson, or perhaps a pamphlet you were gonna give out about something.
A comedy school.
Tony, I need to get to my DeLorean immediately to make sure I go back in time to prevent this set from ever happening.
That's why he's Jeremiah Watkins, everybody. A true doctor of comedy.
Tony, I gotta be clear. You
Yes.
said, "Are you ready?" Because it was a Latino last name, not because I know this guy. I do not know this guy.
No.
Well, it is Latino.
Michael, have you ever done stand-up before?
Nope.
This was your first time. Congratulations. There you go.
He still hasn't done it.
You're so damn good. We are going to make you retire right now.
Okay, thank
on
you.
top of it all, it's close strong, close undefeated. Pull a Mayweather.
Okay,
One
that's fair.
1-0. Yes, there's the boxing music I was hoping for. Michael, what do you do for work?
I'm a software engineer.
A software engineer. What kind of software?
The kind you write.
The kind that you write?
Yes.
Mind-blowing software.
Sometimes it is. Oh, I write software for the internet.
Like what?
Well, that's a streaming platform.
Like what?
My free cams.
Yeah. No, it's actually a new streaming platform that we're launching real soon.
Can you describe it a little bit?
Sure. It allows creatives to create their own content and upload it, so that way they can make the most money from Google.
Like YouTube?
Yeah.
Actually, no, because YouTube is actually sponsoring it.
YouTube is sponsoring your
Yeah.
platform.
Have you ever wanted to have 360 Kill Tony on that platform?
Well, if you wanted to come on board, we're launching next month.
Oh, well,
wow.
there you go. Well,
It's real. It's real. It's called Column Space.
Column Space?
Columnspace.com.
Sounds like a successful company.
Well, not yet.
Did you
but we
create
will.
it yourself?
Yeah, we wrote it. Me and another developer out of Arizona.
What made you want to do stand-up comedy here tonight?
I thought it'd just be kind of fun to get and have a chat. And
Is this
talk
something
and
that you thought about for a while, or did you decide this today?
No, I decided that I just decided I wanted to try it.
When? I need to know when. I want to know what
When?
just happened.
Michael, just you don't need to try to be funny. This is a part of the show where I try to get maybe a compelling interview out of the guests. So
What
just
drew this out of you?
Answer honestly.
Well, I used to work in corporate America.
Right.
And talking to a lot of corporate types, it was kind of fun because I used to look at them as being little kids. I used to coach for 20 years. So it was just kind of fun to talk to them as adults, but never let them know that they were talking.
What'd you
talking to them
coach?
as adults. Gymnastics.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got mad weekend dad energy. Like, I don't know, like, you remind me of this teacher I once had whose family left him, and then he came in and he just kept trying to be funny to get over the fact that some tragic shit just happened. And then you just and your voice cracks. I was like, this nigga about to cry, and I don't want to deal with a grown man crying because my life is going good. I don't want my shit reflected on your shit.
You ever been married, Michael?
No, not
Wow, you said no 8 times to that in less than a second. No. Like, what exactly has happened to you,
because
Michael?
I'm gay, so I can't.
Oh, perfect. So you haven't been gay married either.
No, not either.
Yeah, you currently in a relationship?
I haven't had a date in 5 years.
Well, somebody's going to want to fuck that tight asshole tonight. See, in the gay world, I bet that's like a cool thing. Like, yeah, I haven't fucked in 5. People are like,
He's right.
Such a tight butthole, man. I'm going to go pop that guy's fucking 5-year cherry. Is that you can't pop a cherry in the gay world. What do they call that? Pop a chocolate sundae or something like that?
Well, they're called manginas, first of all.
Wow. Good Lord.
Open up a Tootsie Roll.
Oy vey, man. Question: Why don't you, if you want to attract gay men, why don't you dress better?
Oh, because I don't really want to attract gay men.
You want to? What are you trying to
Oh, no,
attract?
just having fun.
He wants to
We're here have
turn
fun.
a straight guy into a gay
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
We gotta get you in some gay clothes. We gotta get you in like tight Varvatos. dad bod you up, and there's a market for your gayness.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait. What's the sound coming out of your butt, Michael?
Oh God.
Live audio. Is that a gerbil? Jesus.
Michael, I have a serious question.
Sure.
If you, it sounds like you're
Oh.
semi-successful as a businessman. So
Sure.
then, how come your stand-up was so balls fucking crazy?
Well, I had some good jokes in my head. I just got on the stage and just kind of forgot them.
Wait. Can you tell one of the ones you had? Like you didn't get to say? Just one?
Oh,
I
had
blanked
many
out
of them.
my first time on stage,
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Have you thought about not writing your jokes in binary code?
Aw. It's only one digit at a time.
Hey, what's going on? Whoa. Thanks, Brian. Oh, so Michael, tell me something else. What are you going to do this again? Wait, did you say you forgot some of the things you wanted to talk
Oh,
about?
I had a lot of things I was going to say, but it's okay. It's fun.
No, don't worry, Michael. I want to know one of the other things that you were going to say. I
Oh,
want
one
to
of
see
the other jokes I was going to say?
You have a little list there
I have a list.
on a business card?
Yep.
Shit's getting serious.
His other words, everything on his list is just synonyms for mind-blowing.
What was that?
Please don't tell that next joke or I'll fade out of existence.
Go ahead, Michael.
That's okay. I'll pass on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. I mean, really? Did you really have something written down?
Yeah, I had some bunch of them.
I want to hear one. Come on.
You want to hear one?
Don't be shy, Michael. It can't. Listen, they want you. They want to see what this is your first time. 10 years and fucking 3 months ago in that room next door, I signed up for my first open mic. I prepped for months for 3 minutes. This is not a fake story. There's witnesses to this. I prepped for months for 3 fucking minutes. Signed up for the open mic, got lucky enough to be number 14 out of 15 that night. He said my name, and I blanked out completely. And look, now I'm one of the top young rising comedians in the world.
Oh.
My point is there's nothing wrong with you being nervous and blanking out and everything. And these people all want you to do good. So read another joke. It doesn't even have to be a good one. There's no pressure.
Well, I'm a Mexican, and I grew up in a Mexican family. When I came out gay, I tried to kill myself. When I did so, my mom came up to me and she says, "Mijo, ¿por qué dice eso?" And I said, "Mom, I don't know." She goes, "Well, if you're going to do it next time, don't drink my menopause pills."
Is that? First of all, there you go. See? That felt good, right? That laugh. Is that true? Did you really try to kill yourself at some point?
Yeah, 35 years ago.
35 years ago. That was hard for you to come out to your family?
To the world, everybody.
Yeah.
I was an athlete. I was a coach.
It was a different time back then. You were a gymnastics coach,
And
that's how you told them that you were gay.
No. Ironically, there's not very many gay gymnasts that are men.
There's not?
No, there's not actually.
The ones on the rings?
Oh, they're definitely not gay.
They're not gay?
Oh, no.
Really? I've never seen
one with
them
the big
jump off
biceps?
and
No.
fuck a chick right out of one of those
Yeah,
things.
they do. They do.
All right, Michael. Well, we're going to let you go. There he goes, Michael Pena, off the hook. His first time ever on stage, people. Come on. If you guys need to chug your drinks a little bit to get a little more energy, whatever it takes right now. You guys are a little bit chill. Josh Martin? Josh Martin, are you in the room? Should I do an intro right now? Ladies and gentlemen, joining the guest panel, put your hands together for Ron White. Woo! That's a standing ovation. If you're watching on 360, check that out. You can turn around in VR and see a standing ovation for the great Ron White. Coming in fully loaded for you podcast listeners, a bottle of his company, number one
Fuck
tequila,
yeah.
which I'm not kidding, is the fucking best tequila I've ever had in my life. And he's coming in with 7 empty giant rocks glasses. Are you guys ready to get this fucking party started? Level 2, upgrade. Kill Tony 224. We're live in virtual reality right now, Ron, for this podcast. Yeah, that tube right there makes it so that people can, with a helmet on or just their phone, they can see you and they can see the audience. And
You're making my ears hot.
I'm excited. I'm gonna pull another name out of the bucket while you pour us all some drinks. That sound cool? We'll watch a guy do 60 seconds uninterrupted. You guys ready to continue the show with the great Ron White?
Speedweed.
Oh yeah, LA Speedweed, hooking it up today as well. All right, Joel, I think you're gonna like this. Put your hands together for Amy Gonzalez. Yeah, from right there.
So far, I like it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amy. My real name is Amy Peterson Gonzalez. You know, I wonder why I'm talking like this. You know, my dad is white from Minnesota, and my mom is from Venezuela. She's Latina. I call that café con leche. You know, well, my generation will be tres leche. So you know, all the time people ask me like, "Where are you from?" No, like, okay, where's that accent from? I say, well, you know. You sound from Minnesota? No, no, you sound that, no, with this accent you think I'm sound from Minnesota, and then you think I'm stupid, you know? So, no, it is. So, even, where's your name? Tim. If you call your girlfriend on the phone last night, if the man answer the cell phone, do you think it's your girlfriend? No? Yeah? So it's like, you know, so I'm not the one with the problem, you know? So it's like accent, you know?
Amy Gonzalez.
I mix it up some words.
Amy Gonzalez.
Mira, I talk like a doctor's wife.
Amy. That part's over, Amy. Over here. Amy.
You gotta listen up now.
Hi, Amy. It's over here now. Amy.
Damn.
The first joke that you did. The first joke that you did was so obvious, I didn't see it coming. I did. I'm like, surely that's not it. And look for the next angle on this particular piece of comedy. I think you're adorable, and I think you just get a little smoother at it, and a little calmer, and then, you know, next thing you know, you'll be an open micer. You will. You will. That's what you're looking for, right?
That's the greatest thing that's ever been said on this show. 224 episodes. Oh, get back, Amy. You weren't just getting started. This is one of your first times on stage. Am I correct in assuming that? Can you grab the microphone and put it in front of your face?
Thank you.
That's one of the clues.
First time?
Second time.
Second time. Where was your first time at?
Up in the Valley, North Hollywood.
Wow, you really are that Latina, huh? I feel like this whole Minneapolis, Iowa thing is all a story, and like you walked across the border earlier today. Hello, I am Amy Gonzalez.
I've been on stage, but not without a donkey.
Joelberg. Listen to the crowd. Everybody loves Joelberg. You just got taken out by your own kind, Amy. What do you do for work?
I'm in the development of products.
The development of products?
Yes.
I am in the development of products.
I do the
Fruit stand?
fittings and patterns for a designer.
Wait, what is it?
It's so when you do assistant of the tailor. So I used to
When the
have
UFC sets off the tailor?
assistant of the tailoring.
Assistant.
You look like you take care of birds.
That's my father, Patty Reagan, right there.
You're in the development of what kind of products?
Clothing.
Clothing.
Yes.
All right. Is this some of your work that you're wearing?
No.
Style? Where we're going, we don't need style.
The donkey, the Mets or Queens, yes.
It's just like a fancy way to say you work in a sweatshop.
Yeah.
Amy, how long have you wanted to do stand-up comedy?
Well, I want to try because I want to, make people happy with my accent. But, it is really getting on the stage is a lot of fears, but I will work it out. So, but you don't even let me continue with my,
You only do 1 minute. That's the whole show.
There's a format here.
Yeah, there's a reason there's a time limit on this kind of a
We need to go back
gizmo.
to the border.
Let's go to Tijuana then. I can walk the border. I go to Tijuana anytime.
Amy, what are some interesting qualities about you so that maybe we can figure out some stuff that you could talk about that might be, interesting? So, like, what are some things about your life, like, about, you have any fun hobbies or anything you like to do?
Yes, when I lived in New York for 15 years, I called my lawyer. I said, I want to see the junkies. I said, well, you can see junkies all over in the corner. And then
I'm going to stop you. I'm positive nobody has any idea what you're saying right now. I can't.
Wait, no.
The donkeys?
No, she was saying that she did donkey shows.
The junkies?
Junkies.
So,
Yeah, she's
junkies in the
no,
corner.
when I see the junkie, was the junkies. So when the junkies, my lawyer sent me the wrong tickets. And they're going to see the donkeys, the Mets and
I'd like to introduce you to Amy Gonzalez's new translator, Joelberg Jimenez, ladies and
Hola,
gentlemen.
bueno,
Amy.
muy contento de estar aquí contigo, con todos. I'll be translating for her.
Go ahead, Amy. What was the answer?
You better speak Spanish, honey.
What were you saying about junkies? Donkeys?
The donkey, the New York Mets and Queens. He sent me the wrong tickets, I'm trying to tell you something about my life, and then, but whatever it is. So even in New York. Anyway, so, oh shit. Even in New York, I work as a stand-in for even the actress Eva Mendes and the lady for Jennifer Lopez. She fired me after 2 hours. She cannot handle my beauty,
You got to work with Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
Yenny.
Yes, I did a stand for her, but in the end, I also
Yenny on the block?
Yes. Anyways, and also, people tell me like I'm sounding like a Sofia Vergara. I don't want to sound like I have a dick in my mouth,
Oh.
No.
You already definitely sound like you already have a dick in your mouth, Amy. Nobody has any idea what you're saying. Wow. How long have you been trying to speak English for?
That's a really good question if you think about it.
Since I born, I guess.
Where were you born?
Venezuela.
You were born in Minnesota and your accent.
Venezuela.
Your accent is thicker than Aphrodite's ass, my friend. I mean, that is a thick Minnesota accent.
Wow.
I'm from the deep south of Venezuela.
I am
She's from the deep south of Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Yes.
Yes.
And when did you come here?
When did you come here?
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Oh, so you can speak way
so
better
this whole
English right
Minnesota
now.
thing was all bullshit.
No, I just don't want to talk like this.
I just want to talk like this.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you
wait.
choose to.
You think talking like that makes it funnier? I'm just asking.
I don't know why.
Because I will give you a golden note right now.
It's only hot in a massage parlor.
Brian, we have sponsors now.
Oh. And by the way, if you're a masseuse looking for a job, go on ZipRecruiter.
No! Yeah,
I mean,
cheer for that. Cheer for that. Now you all owe us $3,000 that we just lost, you fucking idiots.
I mean, a legit masseuse.
Oh, my God. I'm
like
kidding.
I'm nice
It's
guy.
all
Wait,
good.
that's a lot of accents.
Red band.
Woo!
Red band.
Ba-na-na-na. All right, Amy.
Red band.
What'd I do this time?
Amy, you don't need to go with a thicker accent. You need to think of,
Lighten it up
Yeah.
so people can understand what you're saying.
Yes, it's very important. It's perhaps the most important thing is people hearing you and knowing what you're trying to say.
Okay. Thank you so much.
She had a good opening move. She grabbed a water and drank it.
I
thought
like
that was
I
kinda
like that. I
baller.
think you're sassy. I think you've got great stage presence. I think a little bit of confidence, and
It was
next
aggressive.
thing you know, will be the next thing you know.
Yeah.
I like that.
There you go. The Kill Tony debut of Amy Gonzalez. That's
Yeah.
a storyline that should be
Thank you,
interesting
Amy.
to watch develop. There she goes, Amy Gonzalez.
Hey, listen, you think this is easy? You come up here with a really shitty plan and see if it works.
I've never seen a room become a rally so quickly.
Wow, this is a fun show. You guys having fun out there? Put your hands together for your next comedian. An uninterrupted 60 seconds goes to Brandon Daly. I don't see Brandon moving. I don't see movement. I don't see movement. No movement. Put your hands together for Florentina Tanase.
I recently became vegetarian because I've always wanted to be better than other people, and it's working. It's amazing. I love it. But now that I'm vegetarian, I'm like really tired a lot of being right all the time. Okay, I ran here. Fuck you guys. Thank you. I have a mom. When I told her that I wanted to do comedy, she was like, "That's a cute hobby. You'll never make it. Don't make fun of God." I respect my mom. And I told her, I won't make fun of God, Mom. I'll just make fun of real things. And then she had a heart attack and died. Don't laugh at that. She had a heart attack and died. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She doesn't have a heart, guys. Keep up. Okay, thank you. I'm Florentina. Thank you.
With exactly 1 minute, Florentina Tanase coming in, laying down exactly how it goes when it all goes right. We just watched a couple first-timers basically back-to-back. How long have you been doing stand-up? That was clearly very well executed.
A year and a half.
Year and a half. Where at?
San Francisco.
Did you just move here?
No, I'm just visiting, doing some shows.
You live in San Fran full-time.
Mhm.
What does that mean?
San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
That's our mascot. Yeah, totally got it.
A year and a half in San Fran.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an X-ray tech.
Ooh.
Wow. I like that.
Are you Latino?
No.
Ah, shit, I thought we had some redemption finally.
Oh.
Romanian is Latin-based, I guess. That's close.
Do you work in a lab?
I work in the hospital. It's not a lab. It's
Oh, wow. Ooh.
You got the doc all excited. No bones about that. That was both a doctor and an X-ray joke.
Do you do
and a boner joke? It was actually all three.
Do you X-ray things all the time just for fun because you can?
No.
No.
How do you think X-rays work? What do you think is inside of stuff?
Like I would look at my dick. I put like pencils on my dick and see how far
I
I
mean,
can go.
I don't
in
have
there.
to find.
How would you look at your dick? Would you get one of those things that they use at the dentist's office to like put alongside of it and really have to like aim your dick, like put your dick into one of those
Yeah.
little tubes?
Yes.
I do that all day. You caught me.
You have a dick?
Yeah, totally.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen in someone's body through X-ray?
Oh.
Come on, there's no doctor
Everyone,
patient.
you guys are weird. I'm just saying. As patients, I've seen
A shoe?
a
Was it-
guy try to put a hook in his penis.
Is this Michael
but he
Pena?
got- I don't. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, people would do weird shit, and then they blame their wives. Like, oh, I don't know how that got there. So
It was a what kind of hook?
Awesome.
I don't know.
Like a
what do
fish
you guys
hook?
use? I don't know.
What do
I've
we use?
never-
What kind of what kind of hook do we use it to
I
put
don't
in?
know. It looked like a hook, and he put it in the
Tip
in
of his
penis.
penis?
And then I guess he gets off from that. I don't know.
And then
That-
he lost the hook inside him?
He couldn't. It got stuck.
When you
As hooks
Required an
do.
X-ray?
Yeah, we had.
So Michael Hutchins was lucky. He died of beating off in excess band.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was the
instead
biggest
of having
bastard
a
I caught
dick
that
in
year.
his hook in his dick, he was dead, which would be slightly better.
Well,
than being alive with a hook in your dick.
in all fairness, he could have been a gay pirate.
Or it could,
Lots of
true.
hooks
It
on
could have been a
dicks.
trouser trout.
Hopefully his dick was straight, not crooked, because then he'd have a hook on top of a hook.
Florentina, is that a wedding ring?
Yeah.
How long have you been married?
A year.
What does your husband do?
Damn, I was going to invite her to the enchantment of the sea dance.
He works in IT. I don't know. It's internet stuff.
Does that turn you on? No.
That's not why I'm married.
Wait, are you sure this isn't Michael Pena?
I've got to go back to the future to prevent their marriage.
What brought you to L.A.? Why are you here?
I did a show yesterday, and then I'm doing one tonight.
Oh,
or
you
no,
did.
on Saturday, yeah.
Okay.
You're staying all week for a show on Saturday?
I leave tomorrow.
Oh.
I just came out here to do shows and do open mics. And so far
You
it's
were
been
on
great.
a show on Saturday. Any
Yeah.
highlights of your trip to LA? Do anything fun? See anything cool?
I stayed up till 4, which is like really exciting for me.
Wow, that's exhilarating.
I didn't do anything but I just wanted
4
to
a.m.
relax, and that's it.
Do you have? Are you?
Actually, this is really exciting because I listen to your guys' podcast. So
You
I'm
do?
excited. Yeah.
Were you at the one in San Francisco that we did with Moshe Kasher and Natasha Leggero?
No, I was here. So
Oh, well.
it happens.
Position is
I got a
everything.
question. You ever beat a man within an inch of his life?
Well, have you? Have you, Florentina? Have you?
Answer him!
Who told you? No.
That's my McFly, Patty Reagan.
Your comedy's great, well executed. You have
you.
you have that good timing and beats thing where you measure it out and you know how to like flip it around and let us know that the joke's over. It's really cool. What is something like about you that is like a hobby or interesting? You know what I want to ask? You seem like such a good person. You seem like a young substitute teacher. I want to know like what the craziest thing about you is, or the wildest thing truly that you've like ever done. Staying up till 4, we get it. That was this week, but like.
I mean, right, guys? Come on. Oh,
Nope.
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Answer the question.
No, I mean, I'm not that.
Wildest
I'm not
thing.
that crazy.
Then you would name the wildest thing about you. If there isn't one, you don't need to say that. You would just name the wildest thing about you.
Let's say you had a chance to become a 60-year-old man's fourth wife. And I'm telling you right now, you've got one. You've got a chance to become it. And I promise not to take care of myself either.
I guess-
I'm going to smoke and drink. And
I guess that the craziest thing would be like asking him out on a date.
You
Just kidding.
wait, what?
No, I don't know.
Have you ever peed in a beaker before?
I work at a hospital. I can't be that ridiculous.
All right. What's your favorite category of porn?
Oh, stop that. I'm going to stick it on my question. I want to know what the
Okay.
craziest thing about you is. I want you to think for a second and answer it honestly. You don't have to be funny. What is something like...
And you don't have to have ever told anybody ever.
Yeah. It could be your biggest secret if you
I'll
want.
just tell my closest friends here. That's great. I don't know. I honestly don't. I guess I'm boring. That's awesome.
One
Yeah.
time I came in a 10-year-old science experiment.
Wow. See, Doc gave you one. Come on, what's something that you've done before? Even as a child,
Okay.
perhaps. You could play it safe and go all the way that far back. What?
Well, okay. I
You
won't,
have something.
Not as a child.
Go ahead.
I was dating this guy, and he wanted to have sex in the car, and we went.
A DeLorean?
Did he try to put it in your flux capacitor?
Very,
Crapacitor?
very clever.
Crapacitor? It's a butt joke.
And it was behind this business, and after we were done, like I guess they had closed, they had locked us in, so we couldn't get out of the parking lot.
Ah, that's okay. See, that's a good answer. What was the business?
I have no idea.
Planned Parenthood.
It was perfect. We just stayed there till morning, took care of the duties.
Dumped it right in the dumpster.
But you did have sex with him in the car.
Yeah.
Do you remember what kind of car it was?
It was a white Volvo.
Oh, jeez.
Jiggle what?
That car saved my life. I will say, I fell asleep driving, and
You have great parents.
thank you.
Yeah, it's true.
How great are her parents?
Really great.
You're lying.
She had car sex once, and it was in the safest car possible. And you're so like.
She used her
normal
seatbelt
and
during
nice.
it too.
Thank you.
Your husband's got a good job. I think you're great. I
Thank
want to be
you.
more like you.
Oh wait, you're the guy who helped me with my water thing over there.
Oh yeah, I helped you earlier
Thanks,
get
man.
water. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, that was good. That was good for the live show. There she goes, everybody. Florentina Tanase. I'm going to be in San Francisco at the end of August at Cobb's Comedy Club with Jeremiah Watkins. I love San Francisco.
I helped her get water. Look how nice she is. You're not going to help her get water?
It's time to go back
That's
to the
bad
bucket.
Back to the bucket we go. This looks like an extremely, extremely perfect handwriting. The name of a perfectly white man. Let's see what happens here. Put your hands together for Gary M. Anderson. Gary M. Anderson, I'm excited to hear what this. He has such an interesting name. Oh, is that Gary running away? Gary, get over here! Get over here, Gary! Put your hands together for Nicole Buchanan. Bop! From deep. Bop! There she comes.
Boy, were you wrong.
Nicole Buchanan, everybody.
Hey guys. I recently lost my virginity and then got dumped by the guy who took my virginity. So I decided I need like a rebound dick, and I didn't imagine that I'd be so emotional about that, about sleeping with the first guy after so I cried after sex. I cried. And instead of being concerned, the guy looked me in the eye and goes, "Oh, it's okay. It's normal to cry after you orgasm that many times." How are you that confident? Only a guy could look at a grown man crying, or a grown woman crying, and be like, "Awesome, must be my dick." It must be so good. I would never look at a grown man crying after sex and be like, "Yeah, I must be his cherry pie. Tastes so good, make a grown man cry." You know what I'm saying? I want that level of confidence. It's normal to cry after you orgasm that many times. Yeah, I do feel like crying after I orgasm 0 times. Fuck you.
Nicole Buchanan. How about this? The ladies coming in. Back to back, showing how it's done. When you said you were looking for some rebound dick, I thought you were going to say that you fucked Dennis Rodman. That was my hope.
Oh, Jesus. And I don't know how many people caught that warrant joke.
Yeah.
By round of applause, who caught the warrant joke? Sweet
Cherry pie.
Pretty common. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a little obscure for your beginning of comedy. I mean,
Okay.
not that the link was. I'm just giving you a piece of advice because I know almost every fucking thing there is to know.
Cool. Thank you. I'll take advice from you any day, Ron.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
Nicole, you're a little killer. You've been on the show a few times. Always fun. Guys, any first impressions down there? Jack, Benji, any thoughts about Nicole?
I thought you were super funny. I feel really bad. Was this recently that you cried?
This was maybe like 8 or 9 months ago.
Oh.
Oh,
sorry.
Well, the baby should be coming out any day now. Oh, I think I hear it now.
Comedy's born from tragedy, so it was lucky in a way.
You bounced back strong though, right? You moving on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been tons of dick since then. It's been
Wow, is that true?
She actually a couple weeks ago she screamed out how much she loved anal sex. So we know.
Okay, no.
No, this really happened. Look, she has a story about this.
Is this true?
No, it's not. So,
Right.
like, because Pat and Jeremiah do their, like, anal thing or whatever, the Let Me Put It in Your Butt song.
It's a song.
And I was enjoying the song. And I was
Really
like,
taking the art out of it.
And then now Brian won't stop calling me.
Well,
this,
you
like,
screamed
anal
out,
fucker.
"Yeah,
Because, I don't know, I was enjoying the song.
Very good. Nicole, how do you survive?
How do I survive?
How do you make money?
Oh, I work at Starbucks.
Whoa, you do?
Yeah, it fucking sucks, dude.
How long have you been doing that for?
Since, like, December.
Huh.
How do you feel about being a 60-year-old man's fourth wife?
How do you feel about it, Nicole?
I mean, if I don't have to work at Starbucks anymore, sure.
Oh, no, you don't have to work at Starbucks.
What's your least favorite part about working at Starbucks?
Am I gonna get fired from the?
You feel like you're gonna get fired?
Because
Do you know how easy it is to work at Starbucks? You can't get. You're fine.
Because it's in fucking Beverly Hills, and the people come in are fucking assholes.
Really?
This guy came out of the bathroom and was like, "You're out of toilet paper," and flicked water on me.
Wait a minute.
Are you fucking serious? Have you
Hey, I
talked
live
about
in
this
Beverly
on
Hills,
stage
and that is
before?
perfectly fucking normal, woman. That's how you tell somebody there's no goddamn toilet paper. You're lucky it wasn't
pee. I
piss.
don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
That
You don't
might
know
have
what it
been
was.
I wiped my dick with my hand. Here you go.
That sounds like a christening.
You got not baptized, but you got frappized.
Yeah, it was fucking.
It's a Starbucks. It's a Starbucks reference. No, frapp.
You don't have to accept that shit if you don't want it. You don't have to.
What was your reaction when that happened? Did you say anything? Because you're a comedian. I would have said shit, even if I was a Starbucks employee.
No,
I mean, in all fairness, her face is already wet from all the tears that she's been crying.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's
People
just
say shit to me all the time, and I can't say anything because I need a job.
Yes, you can say something.
This all sounds really rough.
Oppressed.
But it's okay.
Beaten by the
I'm doing
corporate
comedy.
fucking hammer that
Have you
is Starbucks. You know, you can only get about 7 of those jobs a day.
Yeah.
You know how long it'd take me to get fired at fucking Starbucks? Yeah, why don't you go find a nice, quiet place to fuck yourself? All right, I'm leaving.
Is it true that you've been hooking up with a lot of guys lately?
I don't know. I guess it would depend on what you mean by a lot.
Would you say you've been hooking up with a venti amount of guys lately?
I mean, more than I did because.
Oh, fuck.
More than I did because it took me like 22 years to lose my virginity, so I'm just like making up for lost time, I guess.
So like, how many are you averaging? Say like per month?
Per day.
Oh,
Per day.
Jesus
Per day.
Christ. I don't know. I can tell you, it's been a year since I lost my virginity. I've slept with 5 people.
Whoa, you've reached your flux capacitor.
all normal. Like what's your type? White guys, tall white guys.
You just
short?
described what you know my ex-boyfriend looks
What?
like. Yeah, I guess.
Don't want no short dick, man.
Do you want to be a 23-year-old black comedian's first wife? No, that's my.
Jack and
Have you
I-
ever thought about having sex with a
Jack.
black man?
I have.
Have you done it? You have done it in the
How'd
year
it go?
It was great. It was the best. It was the best one, for sure.
Wow.
Now, wait a minute. We're going to have a fuck off right here.
Ron White versus Ron
I'll
Black.
fuck you till you can't make a fist. I'll fuck you till you're laying there going, I can't even pick up a pen to write down my fucking phone number.
That's a lot of talk without Viagra.
Oh,
Hey.
shit.
Nobody said anything about no Viagra.
Old white guys versus young black guys.
There's only
Fuck war.
one way to settle this. Double penetration fuck war. Jack gets the pussy, Ron in the butthole. Yeah, okay. Welcome to Marry, Fuck, Kill Tony. Nicole, are you going to keep your clothes on for this? No, I'm kidding. All right, Nicole. Well, that's fucking awesome. Every time you come on the show, it's always a funny new minute. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Nicole Buchanan, everybody. Every single week, we have an amazing fucking comedian. She's one of all of our favorite people. She is a regular, the only sole regular on the show. She writes and performs a brand new minute every single week. She's the baby Frankenstein of Kill Tony. Put your hands together for the great Ali Makovsky. In the flesh.
I'm going to New York in September. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm flying out September 11th. People are like, "You're going on September 11th?" I'm like, "Baby, lightning doesn't strike twice." I mean, I'm so against terrorism, but you can't say it's all bad. My flight was so cheap. Suicide bombers, like, they kill for 72 virgins, and I just want to get 72 Virgin American flights for cheap. My dad just watched the NWA movie. He's a little late. But he was like, Allie, this movie's so good. When they say the N-word, it sounds so cool. Could I finish?
Yep.
He's like, when they say the N-word, it sounds so cool. When I say it, it doesn't sound the same. And then he proceeded to say the N-word. And I was like, Dad, it's not supposed to sound cool when you say it. That's like if you're at work and one of your coworkers calls you Dad. It's not the same. Should have left on the suicide.
You live and you learn, kiddo. But that is by far one of my favorite jokes that I've heard in a long time from anyone. That was very funny. It's great.
Thank you.
Is that true? September 11th? Is that the actual date?
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm taking a red eye on September 11th.
Wow. You got a good eye. That was a great joke.
Yeah.
I rarely get a reaction of just balls out laughter, and I thought that was fucking amazing. You know what? I also think you have no idea what kind of creative balls it takes to come up on stage and just do 1 new minute a week. It's just something that, and it'd have to be able to pull it off. It's impressive. You're a great comedian. I really wish you the best.
Absolutely.
Totally.
100%.
Hey, Ron, could I be your 5th wife?
Gotta let your hair grow back.
Yeah, you gotta grow your hair.
It'll grow back in that amount of time.
Man, so you're flying on 9/11.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an.
I forgot I wanted to add, I had more tags about, like, I wish that they would do it in nicer destinations. Like, so that way I could fly to Tahiti for cheap, or, like, I wish that they would have more terrorist attacks around Christmas.
That makes sense. That makes
Hawaii.
sense.
No, I like it a lot. That's funny.
Yep.
How cheap were flights in Hawaii when they got bombed? Like, you could, like,
Pearl
even
Harbor.
say that shit.
I'm
Pearl
flying
Harbor.
to Hawaii. I always
Pearl
now
Harbor.
I got tickets to Hawaii for Pearl Harbor.
That's
I'm
funny.
going to visit the Alamo. Oh, that's really fucking
That's
funny.
great.
Especially, it's like it's a smart, cool 9/11 joke. And you
Joel?
very rarely.
They're all vacations you'll never forget. I wish I would have sat
And
down.
you know,
Marty, we must go back in time immediately.
now that you know you save money on 9/11, it makes sense that the Jews planned it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Anything in your normal life been interesting this past week? We always like to get a life update from you, since you're the only person that's on the show every week in that position.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been very, very broke lately, so I have peanut butter stashed in my car that I just eat with. I eat peanut butter 5 times. I just use 1 finger each time, so I don't double dip fingers. That's been really fun and exciting.
Wow.
I
Great source
also-
of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Solve all your hunger problems in a jiff.
Exactly, yeah. And then
It's not a good source of protein. That's not a complete protein. You can't just eat peanut butter and think you're okay protein-wise.
Who's the scientist here, damn it?
Cock blocker.
There's something called a complete protein, and you don't get it just with peanut butter.
Wait, who let Benji let the dogs out here? Got Benji barking. So you've been eating peanut butter out of a jar. Crunchy,
Yeah.
creamy?
Creamy.
Oh.
Creamy, yeah.
God, it makes me sort of sick to my stomach.
Well, I mean, it's perfect because I'm like, I want to get, it like worked out perfectly. I got really broke at the same time. I want to get really skinny. So it's like merging both.
It's interesting to me because most, like I was a very, 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 very struggling comedian. I used to, there was a period of time where I was, crashing in my car.
You?
And this and that. Right. Way, way, way back when I worked here and stuff. And what the fuck was my point? It was,
Peanut butter?
I'll tell you what your point was. I don't fucking get your poor fucking shit, okay? I live in Beverly Hills. We live like fucking pigs, don't we? And we don't get this fucking, I can't eat fucking peanut butter. Fucking eat it. Who gives a shit?
I remember.
I think that's what he's getting at.
I remember what it was, is that I'm originally from Ohio. A lot of the struggling comedians that, are really, really, really struggling like you are from another part of the country. But your family, you're from Long Beach.
Yeah,
and
I
you're
just saw
choosing.
my dad the other day.
Yeah, your mom.
What are you rubbing in that she's poor?
Well, I mean, you could.
No, she's not poor.
I'm not
poor.
poor.
She's not poor.
She's
just
from a poor family.
She's cute Hollywood poor.
Yeah, it seems like you're doing it on purpose because you just refused to go home and eat a meal with your
No,
family?
I went home to see. I was doing a show in Long Beach last night, and I called my dad before, and I was like, "Hey, do you have food at the house?" And he said no. So I was like, "Okay, Taco Bell again."
So basically,
Okay, so you're okay. You're not
I'm
starving.
I wouldn't say okay, but I'll be fine.
So basically, after you decided to do stand-up comedy, you started vanishing out of your family's photo albums.
That was a good one.
It was
All
a
right.
long way,
Allie.
but I did it anyway.
Well, not only one of my favorite jokes of the night, but one of my favorite jokes probably the past few weeks. Congratulations. 9/11. Cheap
Very
flights.
funny.
Sometimes it's that simple. Just a fucking honest, real thing. I mean, you can't even write that joke unless you even think about buying a flight on 9/11. That's a weird, funny thing.
That's really a great joke.
Hey,
What do you
Allie,
say?
Tell Haley hello.
Oh, Jesus. You guys want to go to the bucket one more time, huh? What do you say? You guys have it in you? Audience, I said, do you want to go to the fucking bucket one more time?
Go to the fucking bucket one
Riot
more
ass
goddamn
crowd.
time.
Chris isn't clapping. George
The
isn't
fuck
clapping. Everybody
else do you
takes
have
it
to
for
go do
granted.
tonight?
Everybody just takes it for granted now. Put your hands together for Sebastian Corley. From deep in the back. Make some noise for Sebastian Corley, everybody.
Or not. I know what you're thinking, Sebastian. It's way too sexy of a name for a guy that looks like this. I don't look like a Sebastian. I look like Chris Pratt fucked John Goodman. That's too real. Oh, yeah, my buddy doesn't like that joke. He's like, man, looks don't matter. You've heard that, right? Looks don't matter, which is weird because they kind of fucking do. Like, I know for a fact if I lost weight, I'd be having more sex. I mean, it works for Jared from Subway, right? You don't have to like that joke, but let's be honest. No one was hopping on Uncle Jared's van in the before picture. Shit did not happen. Now, I'm really over women, especially, like, hot women my age. Like, I'm 23 years old, and I look at hot women my age the same way a 75-year-old man must look at hot women my age. Like, it's a nice fantasy, but unless I'm rich, I will never get away with killing one. That's my time.
Sebastian Corley. Hello.
How's it going?
This is your first time on the show, right?
Yes, sir.
How long you been doing stand-up?
About a year and a half.
Where you from?
Orange County originally.
Originally.
Or,
Now you
yeah,
li-
Huntington Beach.
Now
yeah.
you live closer to here?
Burbank. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How long ago did you move to Burbank?
Like 3 years ago, but it's been a while since Huntington. I kind of moved around and then wound up in Burbank 3 years ago.
What do you do for work?
I work at a prop house.
A prop house?
Warehouse
For
where we rent
movies.
out props to film and TV
Yeah.
productions, yeah.
How long you been doing that?
Almost, it'll be a year in September.
What was your job before that?
I was working security at a private school down on Sunset.
Security at a private school?
Yeah.
Wow, that's creepy.
Is that when
It's
you
super
worked?
creepy,
Was that
yeah.
when you wrote that Jared joke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's back when you were still allowed within 500 feet of a school. What's your love life like, Sebastian?
Not doing really great, but
You on any dating apps or anything?
I just deleted all of them for the second time this year. So
Oh, wow. You're like, fuck giving this a chance.
yeah, kinda.
I'm just going to clean off all these apps so that I get faster masturbation speed.
What happened? Was there a reason? Like, did you have a bad date? Or?
I had a couple bad dates, and on those apps, you're just like dodging hookers constantly.
So
It's
what's wrong with
annoying.
that?
Not me.
Open micers don't have hooker money. It's
Dear God, let her be a hooker. Please, Lord. Oh, please, Lord.
So, like, for one of these bad dates, can you give us an example of sort of what made it bad to you?
I not catfished, but like.
Wait, you got catfished?
I kind of.
You're not the catfisher?
No.
How is that possible?
You got blue whale, bro.
She didn't have a vagina.
They've all been fucking weird, and like.
You have got to give us an example. Of all
Was it like you were kissing your sister?
No, this girl invited me to go to a first, like it was supposed to be just a hookup thing. She's like, meet me at this bar, go down, pay for parking, go in, buy a drink.
Yeah, that's all customary up till that point. You thought she was gonna give you a parking permit or something like that? Excuse me, I'm outside. Can you run the permit out, please?
I walk in and it's like a work party of hers.
A what?
A work party at this bar that she invited me to.
Yeah.
So I go hang out, and it was super weird. She was like introducing me to everybody, like we knew each other, and I was like, yeah, it's. And
what was that work party?
Jiffy Lube?
What was that? Jesus, Brian.
Yes. You know what? I tell you what the whole problem is.
Yeah,
women don't know how good fat guys fuck.
They don't.
And it's because what happens is I'm fucking you, but my stomach is rubbing your clit. It's the fucking amazing sensation, and chicks don't know that. But you look at him different now, right? You'd rub the fuck out of a clit with that gut. I'm telling you, the secret to it. The secret of fucking a fat man, and I know this for a reason, is leave the engine on the ground. Don't hoist the 280-pound guy up in the air and expect him to fuck very long. You got to leave that guy on the ground, figure out a way to move on in there, and fuck, he'll ride it.
Leave the engine on the ground.
Yeah, do you think
Leave
young
the engine
people
on the ground or it ain't going to last long?
Do you think I'm fucking on a trampoline? How do you think we're all grounded in some capacity?
No, some guys are up there. They're able to fucking Joe Rogan you or whatever the fuck he does.
That's what girls do. They come home like, I got Joe Rogan like crazy. I fucked this Cirque du Soleil guy. It was just nuts.
Getting Joe Rogan, I'm pretty sure is I think I totally understand what you're saying. That sort of makes
Rogan would
complete
fuck
sense.
you till you couldn't make a fist.
Right.
I think you're picky. You're not good with work parties. You're not good with hookers. I mean, there's not much else.
The thing is, I attract women that are the same exact size as me.
Right.
And the mechanics are way off. Like the mechanics of two big people don't work.
Is that true? What do you?
Why don't you just poke at each other with sticks?
It's like two people.
Just go Asian.
It's like two people with hats trying to kiss.
Poke at each other with
That was
sticks.
so exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Why don't you hire an assistant, like a third party, to like make it
to officiate the fucking?
Move all the stuff out of the way, get it in. Help out you.
It does seem like. Let me get this right. So if you're fucking a fat chick, you're hitting it. Let's say from behind, right? Let's say you're doing it doggy style, or in this case, piggy style, or whatever the fuck you call it, right? So you're hitting it from behind. Your belly would be running into her butt, wouldn't it? Like the bottom of your belly would be running into the top of her
it doesn't
butt.
hang like that low. It's not that crazy.
Oh.
But
you gotta leave the engine on the ground.
Hey, listen. Here's the deal, dude. You're a good-looking guy. You got good hair. You got great teeth. You got a beard.
It's true.
Chicks like that.
Right.
You're really funny. You know what you need? Confidence and some fucking Atkins bars.
And an Asian.
Yeah. Drop a fucking few pounds. You can do it.
Yeah.
And then you'll be getting pussy out the fucking ass. Look at you. You're doing stand-up.
Yeah.
You're
He's
fucking.
right. You could.
Who would fuck him if he lost 20 pounds? Girls. Who would fuck him?
Who would
fuck him if he lost 20 pounds?
A lot of guys want to
Okay,
fuck
let's
you.
hear 25 pounds. Then we get 30 pounds. Can I get 30? Can I hear 35 pounds? Oh, we got 40 pounds right over here. You lose 40 pounds, and this girl's going to fuck you tonight. Or not tonight, but when you lose the 40 pounds.
Coolest auction
I'm
ever.
just saying, own it.
I'm picturing the people watching for the first time on VR right now with helmets on, looking around at who's doing the bidding and who's not. It's like,
the fat
wait
sex
till you guys
auction
see how crazy this shit is in VR. Your minds are going to be absolutely blown, by the way.
Oh, God, blown. So, and you know, you're a funny guy, so you should be coming around the mountain when she comes or whatever.
Yeah. Use your swagger.
But you totally have the ability to get in better shape and continue to do all the things you do in your life. And I think you'll be pretty successful at it. You seem smart and all that.
Yep.
So go get them.
Thank you.
Go get them.
Smart,
Go
funny,
get 'em. Go
and
get 'em.
and like this suicidal guy said in the middle of the room, don't let them change you. For some reason. There he is. Sebastian Corley, it was nice to meet you.
Thank
There
you.
he goes. You know what, Brian? I'm feeling like I think I have a little bit more monster energy in me, and I think we should go to the bucket one more time.
Monster energy.
Wow.
Extended
I've
break.
never had an audience show up at the end of the show before, but that's what it's supposed to sound like. Fuck yeah, the whole time. That was great, guys. Very good. I'm proud of this audience. They pulled another name out of the bucket. Red Ink. Different than everybody else. Put your hands together for Rich Gibbs. Gibbs? Rich Gibbs. Rich Gibbs.
How's everybody doing tonight? It's a great crowd, great crowd. I want to talk about before Tinder. Remember before Tinder, used to call it the chat line. Remember the chat line? Single ladies now in your area, call now. I love the chat line. I met this woman named Strawberry. I later found out her name was Renee, but for the sake of this story, Strawberry. She was 40 and I was something in high school. I know the truth. I'll let you decide. 16. She used to pick me up in front of high school. She'd buy me cigarettes. I used to pretend she was my mom. I'd cuss her out. It was hilarious. She fucked me up. She used to suck the shit out of my dick. I'd come, she'd keep going. It was like a checkpoint for her. She'd hop on top of me and start fucking me. I wouldn't even come anymore. Nothing come out. I just twitched a little bit. Now we've been married for 10 years, and my stepson is 4 years older than me. It's my time. Thank you very much.
Rich Gibbs. Fuck yeah. Where you from, Rich?
I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, very cool. I'm going to be there in 2 weeks on the Monster Energy Outbreak Tour. How long you been in L.A.?
I moved to L.A. in March.
March. Wow, that's cool. What made you move out here?
I wanted to do, well, actually, I've been in San Diego the last 8 years, and then I moved to L.A. to be an actor.
Military?
No.
What made you go to San Diego?
This girl, I was a Hooter cook. That was my first job.
Wow. I fucking love Hooters wings, man. I fucking love them. I love them. I eat there all the fucking time. I say best road food on the fucking road. You know what you're going to get? You're going to get the wing you want. And by the way, I'm smoking pot because he said it was 3 people.
Yo, can I hit that, Mr. White?
5 fucking people.
As a Hooter cook, how many girls did you fuck?
At Hooters?
Yes.
As a Hooter cook?
All of them.
2. Because,
Really?
well, I started when I was 16, so they wouldn't fuck with me because my ID was straight up and down.
Right.
Now, after you get molested your whole adolescent, do you automatically become a Hooter cook, or is there...
No, well, see, like, so you know, like...
Is that what they ask you? Like, you were molested as a teenager by an older woman.
Actually, my dad got me the job. He was a Hooter cook for 15 years.
Wow.
Nepotism!
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
if you don't talk about that on stage, you're barking down the wrong fucking road.
Yeah, my goodness.
That's fucking brilliant.
Straight
right
from
there.
the dad. The
Dad.
the owl doesn't fall far from the tree, it seems. That was a Hooters joke, and also a lot of orchestra music, an extremely high level of volume that drowns out everything else happening in the show.
Hey, when you said that older woman sucked the shit out of your dick, my question is, why was there poop in your dick?
Good question.
I was a teenager. You remember being a teenager?
As you do, you have poop in your dick when you're a teenager.
All the time. So the girl in San Diego was a Hooters girl?
She was, yeah.
Did you give her her Red Wings ever, or just her barbecue and mild and...
That's a period joke for all you idiots out there.
It was a period and a Hooters joke because he's the cook for the Hooters girl. Did you give her her Red Wings?
Yeah, right.
Barbecue.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. What time do you think we got here?
Hooters is a...
Red Wings.
Hooters has really good food. I actually like their...
What? What the...
That's true. I think so, too. I'm telling you, I literally...
Yeah.
I crave it.
Yeah.
Do you really think Hooters has good food?
Yeah.
Are you
Compared to-
serious? That's
well,
a
compar-
real statement from Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, compared to a lot of places.
Is this
and
a
on the road.
sponsor that I
No,
do not
don't
know
don't
about?
spill stuff and commit to things that aren't going to work.
I love I love the idea. I love the idea of one time your dad sat you down as you tried to tell him that you want to be an actor, and he was like, "No, I want you to be a Hooters chef."
And you bought it. And you fucking bought it hook, line, and fucking sinker.
Are you still doing that?
No. I'm a server now.
Ooh, at Hooters? No. You're a Hooters boy? I didn't know that. I didn't know they had that. Where you just just walks out with a black sock around his cock. Hey, what's up? What can I get for you?
Do you have a fish hook in your dick?
Hey, can I have some of that ground pepper? That's not ground pepper, baby. Where are you a waiter at?
The Yard House at LA Live.
I love Yard House.
See, that's
great.
I fucking ate there just the other day. I played the fucking that whatever it is right next to it. Right, that's the club.
The Novo or the Conga Room or the Microsoft Theater.
Nah, none of those.
Rich, you in a relationship?
Yeah, my girlfriend's right there.
Oh, really? Where? Oh, look at her. Oh, wow.
White girl,
Little-
hot white chick in the back.
Wow. If we went back in time to the 1950s, that wouldn't be acceptable.
Wow. Where'd you meet her at?
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Where at in San Diego? Pacific Beach?
No. Rancho Penasquitos.
Rancho Penasquitos.
Yeah.
Can they all lined up?
Yeah. She used to work at this bar that my friend worked at, and I would go because I knew that she would come in right as he got off, and so I pretended to like be his ride, but he lived across the street.
You've been with black women before as You've been with black women as well before in your life, right?
Yeah, I don't discriminate.
Right. Is there something that you prefer about white women over black women that sort of stands out to you?
And if you were gonna do a YouPorn thing, I'm just saying I would watch it. I would watch you fuck that girl. I really would love to. I don't know.
I would.
I don't know if that's in the future.
I think I see a fourth wife and a first husband going on right here.
Yeah, right.
Is there something you prefer about white women that's a little bit different than black women?
No. Well, my dad always told me that it's all pink in the middle. So.
Wait, was he talking about the chicken wings at Hooters, or still nothing on that one, huh? It's all
Are you and
pink
your
in the
dad
middle.
Eskimo brothers?
Eskimo father and
Serious
son.
question.
No, we're not.
Man.
You're so well adjusted. Like, you seem like your dad's telling you they're all pink in the middle, and
Well, that was
You're
just the
getting
first
molested?
thing he said. You cut out the lights, everyone's black, and pussy doesn't have a face, and
What?
Yeah.
Fuck is that?
No, it really doesn't, does it? It doesn't have a face.
is your dad like the trucker Dr. Seuss?
He's like
nighty night. We're all pink on the inside. Plug your nose and deal with it if you meet her at a Flying J. Nighty night.
Rich, what's the weirdest thing about you? Something creepy that you do, like a weird thing that you do that
I take really long shits.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, is
The
this one of the-
duration?
Huh?
Yeah.
Is it the duration or the length of the turd?
Right. Are we talking about like first,
The
like if we measured it from one end to the other, would you get a first down? First down.
He doesn't realize he's
For those of you not following along, Brian Redband's losing his mind on the soundboard for the last 15 minutes.
Right, he hasn't
blatantly.
been. He doesn't even know.
Thank you, Ron, for feeding him tequila
He
after
thinks
his
he's,
normal
he thinks he's
two
flying
drinks.
a kite. Did you, but he's not because.
All right, Brian, this is a live show, buddy.
Oh,
Jesus, just having his own little meltdown over there.
Have you ever eating Hooters every day and being like, I guess I'm just the guy who takes weird shits all the time. That's me. See no connection with anything else.
Now, are you saying that you sit on the toilet and your first turd to your last turd is a long time, or is it you
It's
sit
like
there
they-
for a while
Or
and
you're
then
not pushing at all.
No, I do. I don't try to strain myself, obviously.
Give
but-
up.
In terms of there will be blood.
But you
length
never
and
splatter.
blood-wise. How long?
I mean, like,
splatter.
the average is about 30 to 45 minutes.
Whoa!
No, that's not good. You got to get one of those toilet genies or whatever they're called.
There you go. What he
water?
said.
What are they called?
I do.
You drink water?
Not as much. I
Squatty
always
potty.
say that there's enough water in my beer. That's my thing.
Yeah, you're an alcoholic.
Okay, Rich.
Like,
do you-
alcoholics take 45 minutes.
Answer
to-
me.
Alcoholics fall in love at Hooters. Like, you have a... You're drowning it all in a smile and booze, dude. You gotta figure some stuff out.
Jeremiah?
Have you ever hooked your poop up to a clock tower?
That is so stupid.
That's funny, Jeremiah.
So great, Jeremiah fucking Watkins. All right. So the length of time is a long time, and you drink a lot. Do you have roommates?
No, it's just me and her.
You live with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Is she concerned about your shits? Can we ask her? Are you worried about your? She's worried. Is it the drinking? What is it? The food?
Is it the shit in his dick?
See, what's interesting, though, is she gets fucked by a black guy, so the poop just falls immediately out of her butt. She takes the shortest shits in the world. It's broken in, you understand, because of the gigantic black penis. The stereotype.
You know Chipper Jones?
That's actually our dog's name.
Chipper Jones.
Our dog's name is Chipper Jones.
Get the fuck out of here.
Are you fucking
huge
kidding
Atlanta
me?
Braves fan.
Are you fucking
She's
kidding
a
me?
huge Atlanta Braves fan. She has the tattoo of the
Oh,
A on
no
her neck.
shit. And Chipper Jones,
Chipper
of course,
Jones is our
knocked
dog's
off
name.
the Hooters waitress. And this is all coming full circle.
It is, yeah.
We're starting to learn more about your whole fucking family, dude.
Yeah.
I want to watch you fuck. Everybody, you're from Atlanta. Let's go. I would
Great.
hang out with you guys. I really would.
She's your only roommate. What does she do for work?
She's a spray tanner, and she's also a waitress / bartender.
Wow.
And that's good because tanning beds are illegal in Canada. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
They did. They're because it's so fucking bad for you.
Yeah.
It's because it's the rays you do not want to have hit your fucking skin, fry your fucking skin, and people are getting cancer like crazy. And so now they don't give a fuck here if you can make a nickel off it. Fucking give them cancer. Who gives a shit?
Spray tan though.
I own
doesn't
3
have that.
tanning bed booze in there. No, I don't.
Yeah, it's spray tan.
But
Spray
anyway,
tan.
anyway, let's go forward.
Do you ever think when? Do you ever think when
You're
you're
saying
spray
good luck.
tanning your toilet that your girlfriend's at work doing the exact same thing?
Sometimes. Not a lot, though.
And your stand-up career is going okay? You've been doing a lot of spots?
No, this actually, so like a few years ago, I did stand up, and then I decided I wanted to try to be an actor to get a better stage presence. So I did some theater, and then I just moved out here and I started the Groundlings.
What
and
kind
then,
of theater?
Community college theater.
Oh.
Nothing
I
like
love
that.
community
It all starts
college
somewhere,
theater.
buddy.
Yeah.
He's like, I started going to movies and talking really loud. I don't.
I'm just born with that.
Joe Berg. Listen to that. They love him. Oh my God, Brian. Oh boy, Rich. So I guess what I'm asking is like, what are some future goals or something like that? What's something you want to accomplish in the near future?
In the near future, I mean, I just want to stop waiting tables. You know, if I could.
Fuck yeah, I'd do anything.
Have you thought about
I'd
not
start
shitting for
sucking
40
dicks
minutes
to-
during your shift?
No, I wouldn't either.
Well, I don't shit for 40 minutes, but I do like have it worked out if you like shit for 10 minutes.
That's 10 minutes. You're not a waiter.
Oh, a week. You know, at the end of the year, it's like a 2-week paycheck.
Have you ever had diarrhea before?
What the fuck are you?
Did that fuck up your day?
Have you had diarrhea before?
I got food poisoning once.
How recently was that?
That was years when like the IHOP had the bad eggs.
That's how you got it?
Yeah.
You got it from IHOP?
Mm-hmm. I haven't been back since.
Wow. What do you remember first happening when you realized that maybe you got food poisoning?
More shit came out than usual in a lesser time.
All right, well, there you go.
Are we still talking about poop?
And were you fucking an IHOP waitress, or are they too classy for you?
Yeah, that's too classy for me, yeah.
Hey, so while they're talking, are you ticklish?
No.
No?
No.
Nowhere in your body?
You can try.
Jeremiah, we try to tickle him a little. You're not ticklish. Have you ever been ticklish in your life and it just changed later?
My granddad used to tickle me.
Oh, you just laughed a little, though.
Well, because he like touched my dick. That was
Okay.
Allegedly.
We're going to let him go. Rich Gibbs, ladies and gentlemen. Rich Gibbs, his first time on the show. He's on Twitter at RichieRich619. As a special gift for you all, now performing 5 minutes in front of all of us, it's the great Ron White.
Thank you very much. It's a lot of fun to do this, Tony. Thanks for putting all this together, buddy. It's a lot of work, and I know that it's a blast for everybody to come see. Thanks for doing that. This entire panel, everybody up here is just fucking hilarious. And the band could be way better. They could be way better. We could get anybody off the fucking street to replace these fucking lame-ass fucks.
Damn.
Don't participate in my fucking show. You sit there, not with that goofy fucking blank stare, but like a young comic that has respect for one of his elders. Perfect. I'm 60 years old and I know two things to be true. One, anything has the potential to become a DUI checkpoint if you crash your car into it. And you can't unfuck the babysitter. Don't drink and drive. That's what they say. They also say friends don't let friends drive drunk. Well, which one is it? Somebody's got to drive. I was leaving a party the other day, and this buddy of mine goes, "Hey, Ron, can you drive?" I was like, "I can drive. I can't get pulled over." Now, I won't drive drunk, but I will ride with somebody that can't blow a .08, and I know it. Because .08's not drunk. .08 is a revenue stream for the federal fucking government. What .808 is. That ain't drunk at all. It's any kind of drunk. This is drunk. That guy can't drive my fucking car. Now, I'm not saying I've never driven drunk because I've drank so much in my life. Now, on the back of my driver's license, there's a list of organs I need. I was in Melbourne, Florida one time. I was driving a rental car, and I'd had 2 drinks. I didn't make them. I don't know how strong they were. Tasted strong. Whiskey and ice cubes. And up in front of me, I see a sobriety checkpoint. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And I get up there, and the cop goes, "Mr. White, I smell alcohol on your breath." I said, "That's been there since '77, dude. You pour that much scotch on a tongue, it's going to smell like scotch forever. There's nothing you can do about it. We've tried everything that there is." He said, "I need you to blow into this breathalyzer." And I said, "Well, I'm not going to do it. And I'll tell you why, because if that piece of shit's calibrated wrong, I could be convicted of doing something I didn't do." And he said, "Then I need you to do a field sobriety test." And I'm like, "Just tell me what you want me to do." He goes, "I want you to stand on one foot, raise the other foot." Bullshit, fuck that. I'm not doing that either. I'm not, and I'll tell you why. That's not a sobriety test. That's an agility test, and I'm not very goddamn agile, all right? I'm not. It's not fair to me because I'm older. I'm not in that great a shape. I may or may not be a little drunk. Fuck, I don't know. You know what a fair drunk driving test is? Drunk driving. Get in the car. Let's do a couple blocks. Let me show you some skills. I'm not a 21-year-old puking cheap tequila through his nose. I'm a 60-year-old raging alcoholic, motherfucker. Or that's what it said in the deposition. Here's another fair test, darts. We go back to O'Leary's pub where this whole fucking thing started. If you can beat me at darts, you can take me to fucking jail. How about that? Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.
Ron White! Episode 224 of Kill Tony, and you were here for it. The Monster Energy Outbreak Tour starts Wednesday.
St. Louis, everywhere in between with the great Jeremiah Watkins. If you live anywhere in America, go to TonyHinchcliffe.com and get tickets for that. The great Jack Knight, ladies and gentlemen, has a brand new show streaming on Netflix this September. It's called Big Mouth. Anything else, Jack? JAKKNIGHT.
Nah, hey, Ron, are you looking to be a 60-year-old man's... Okay, I'll give a fuck. I fucked it up. Enjoy your night. Get drunk. Bye-bye.
Have a seat. We're gonna take a picture in just a second. Benji Aflalo has a brand new show called Alone Together with our great friend Little Esther Pavitsky. He wrote it. He created it. He made it. I watched him go for years working on this fucking thing, and he made it into a real goddamn TV show. Benji Aflalo.
I always look like Steve Bannon in these fucking things.
The great Ron White, you know him, you love him. He's got dates, I'm sure. That's at ronwhite.com somewhere for those of you listening around the country. Jeremiah Watkins is with me on the Monster Energy Outbreak Tour. He's fresh back from Montreal. His stand-up on the Spot show was a goddamn hit. He did the goddamn Comedy Jam every single fucking night there. He's a part of the Wave on Roast Battle. And he's one of my favorite human beings on this show of Kill Tony. Jeremiah Watkins, ladies and gentlemen. Anything else, Jeremiah? Yeah.
Thank you, Tony. At Jeremiah Stand Up on social media, and Pat Reagan and I have a new sketch up on ReaganOrWatkins.com. Check it out.
Pat Reagan also has an album out called Bad Chat that's available now on iTunes. And Joel Jimenez, he's on Twitter at Mostly Sorry. The drawing from Ryan J. Ebelt is right here, ladies and gentlemen. While you all sat there doing nothing, Ryan J. Ebelt made an entire piece of art. Shout out to our people on the VR. Let's make some noise for the Comedy Store door guys and waitresses. Yeah. I very rarely get to give them enough credit. We're always
Chris Dillon on bass guitar.
Yes.
Chroma Chris at Chroma Chris.
Chroma Chris? Yes.
And this tequila.
Yes, number one. I'm telling you, I'm not fucking around. It's truly the best tequila.
ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter. LA Speedweed. Monster Energy Outbreak Tour, the brand new Kill Tony shirt.
Edmonton, Minnesota. I'll be there next month. See ya.
Live audience, we're going to be hanging out on the patio after this. We're going to drink more and hang out all night. If you guys want to high-five us and say what's up, you could do it right out there. Keep drinking on the front patio. Give some money to the Comedy Store. We love this place. Have a great night, everybody.